Hey, what's up? I'm back with another video on my Prelude SH. This is a 5th gen 2001 Prelude SH, and I bought it it's been about 3 months now. I've been doing a number of different things to try to restore it as much as I can to like new condition, and I wanted to just talk briefly today about 3 things that I've done recently to the car. The first one is I have installed a shift knob from a 03, I believe it's the 03 to 07 Accord. So in one of my videos in the past, I talked about how I wasn't real happy with the shifter, and it was just the throws were real long and ropey. So I put a short shifter in there from an RSX that's on an earlier video if you want to check it out, and I was really happy with the change, but at the same time I still just felt like the stock shift knob was just way too high. So I did a little research and I discovered that again, I don't know what generation, I don't know Accords very well, but it's the 03 to 07 Honda Accord. Oops, sorry about that. And this is about it's about 1.5 inch drop, as you can see. So this is my stock SH knob, nice leather knob, and this is the Accord knob right here. And so as you saw in it, it's about 1.5 inch drop, and it really did make a difference. I was surprised at how much just dropping 1.5 inch of length. It is pretty much a direct fit. This actually comes with another extension piece that's like a trim piece. I've got it somewhere, I lost it, but you just have to pop that off. It pops off with a couple little tabs. And then I had to just trim the piece down here that holds this boot on just a little bit. I just had to trim it with some snips, and this fit right on here. It's not like snug, but it's snug enough that I've had it on for about a month now, or maybe 500 miles, and it hasn't popped off. And like I said, it feels nice. They make a black and kind of a metal one, this disc being a metal, and then they make a black and a black. And so I got the black and black. This was used on eBay for like 20 bucks. You can get them new for, I think they're like 45 or 50 or 60. But it feels really good, and I'm really happy with it. Just give you a side view of the shifts now. This is with the Accord knob and the RSX short shifter, and from above. And so the combination is nice. It's still not quite as nice as my Fiesta over there, but it is quite nice. It's a lot better than stock. So I am really happy with this knob. The second thing I wanted to show you was my so I was looking into tuning, and I wasn't wanting to do anything significant just because I don't want to compromise safety. But I did a bunch of different research, and I discovered a man, his name is Sawyer, and he has a small company, and he has a performance chip, which normally I do not think much of these, but I did a ton of research. I talked with him back and forth on eBay. He was an eBay seller rather. And I talked to him back and forth. I don't think you can get these anymore on eBay. To be honest, I don't remember where I got it, but just look at Sawyer Tuning and you'll find him. But I talked with this guy back and forth on email and read some reviews, and he had really good reviews. And basically this is the idea of, it's a module that you plug into your OBD2 port, and there are a lot of these that are scams. I really don't think this one is a scam. I actually did see some results. They were very minor, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But basically what this does, and this is from an email with him, I asked him, how are you tuning? What are you doing? And his response was, we are indeed tuning the vehicle via the OBD2 port, the same technology used by shops and dealerships to alter programming. We do this to replace the calculated fuel delivery and timing values in the temporary memory of the vehicle ECU. Our modules must remain plugged into work. Removing them instantly returns the vehicle back to factory settings. Not altering throttle position directly, which is what a lot of these chips do, but it's changed indirectly through tuning. Many products alter the throttle position signal directly, connect to the sensor behind the gas pedal. So what he's talking about here is a lot of these chip type things. What they'll do is it'll have the throttle to where the throttle will be real linear from the factory. So 0 throttle is 0 gas, and it just ramps up to 100. And what those units will do was they will turn 25% throttle into full throttle. So when you push the gas just a little bit, the car jumps because it's giving it full throttle because the device is tricking the throttle position sensor. So what's happening with that is it makes you feel faster, but really all that's happening is you're getting full throttle when you just barely touch the throttle. What he's saying here is I'm not doing that. I asked him about the tune running leaner rich. He said that what he does is conservative as far as running leaner rich. Our air fuel ratios vary dynamically depending on engine load. Other variables, there's no single set target. Rather, we use a custom ideal map implementing extrapolated offsets for your particular vehicle. Our chips learn and adjust to your vehicle during the calibration period, which supposedly is 200 miles. And this way we can ensure our products don't hard set your vehicle too rich or too lean. There are many scams in the market that plug into your IAT or their sensors that make it run rich and make it feel more powerful but hurt it in the long run. Those are simply cheap resistors in an elaborate box. He gives a lifetime warranty, so at any point I could return it and he'd give it back. And his customer service has been awesome. He responded to 4 or 5 emails. And I read a bunch of reviews. Actually, reviews were different. Independent sites would compare 15 or 20 of these chips. And they said very good things about his. So this is what it is. And it supposedly, again, is tuned specifically to this car. And I plugged it in, and it's been about I have driven 600 or 700 miles with this on there. And so here's the bottom line about the Sawyer tuning module. I don't know that I really notice any improved performance. Now this engine is so weak; it's only 156 foot-pounds of torque engine, so I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot of noticeable difference. There may be a little more. I can't say that I noticed it. However, I did notice in 2 tanks, I did notice a 1 to 2 mile per gallon jump in gas mileage. So, and that is what others report. So, I'm happy. I'm leaving it on. There's been no engine codes, nothing bad at all, and you know, no seeming side effects from that. So that's my second thing I wanted to talk about. And then third, I thought I would just close with a couple exhaust clips. I did install the Yonaka exhaust. I talked about that last time, and I ended up taking the front half of it off the resonator. It was just too loud. There was a pretty serious drone from about 2,500 to about 3,200 RPMs, and I just couldn't handle it. So I left I put the stock front piece on from the Cat to the axleback, but then this is the Yonaka axleback, and I painted the can black there, and I'm real happy with the sound. It's just right, is what I'm gonna say. So we'll just put this right here, and get a couple revs with it. And that is the Yonaka catback. A little water blew out of there because I just washed it, so a little water was stuck in there. But anyhow, I think it sounds pretty great. So there we go. Honda Accord shift knob, Sawyer tuning module, which by the way I got for half price, so it was quite inexpensive. I asked the man if I could do a review of it, if he would give me a discount, and he did. And I got the Yonaka also for a discount because I pioneered fitting that onto this car, which it supposedly didn't, but I cut mine up a little bit. That's another video, you can check it out. Anyhow, those are the updates for the car. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them. I'll do my best to answer. Take care.